to you at any given time, at any moment, to just let you know what's going on and give an eye perspective of what's happening in the world. It's been a crazy 2020. Well, 2020. Yes, it's 2020. 2020. It's been a crazy period in our lives in this past 2020 year. And I don't know if anybody else has completely fully have gotten to the point where they are on the verge of losing their mind, but through prayer and meditation and not eating pork late at night, that has changed my worldview. And right now, without further ado, I'm so excited right now to be connecting with my homegirl.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get this. Okay, I'm perfect. All right, cool.
Can you see? I see you. You look amazing.
Yes, I see you. You look so amazing.
Thanks. What's up to the Strickland style? Hey, Jamal, I see you.
Hey, you know what? Let me take a few minutes to share. Go ahead and still talk. I'm gonna
so I try to put on my page really fast because I was like, I want to be, trying to be prompt to, we like versus 45 minutes in.
I know.
Still waiting on Patty and Gladys to come out. But they know how we are. So you tell somebody time, you gotta at least give a 20-minute grace period. I want everybody to go tell a friend and tell a friend that Up is giving you an update of what's going on with us, what's happening in 2020, to give you our perspective, because what we say matters. Okay, that's what is really important. I know you've been waiting with bated breath on what we have been thinking all this time. You have been thinking about it intensely. But while she's checking that in, I just want to, tell you that I pray for all the parents who are home with their children. It's prayers and just thoughts and meditation. And for all the teachers, if parents don't have respect for you after this, then that their child should be no longer admitted in school, because I get it. I get it.
Like now parents are gonna totally believe teachers anytime they say anything about the child. They're gonna be like, what? Because I remember when I was with you for them 2 weeks.
Right.
How you was doing, girl.
It's gonna be so true. Like, you will have a different perspective for sure. And I say it for all the parents who's like, I don't beat my kids. I just put them in timeout. I know that's changed too.
Shucks.
What happened?
I gotta select all these people again because I made a mistake. Hold on. Just keep on going.
And so now you're doing it. I think I want to do it as well. Oh, you can. How do you do it? The funny face? Oh, that's just the ad faces.
You do you do the triangle.
Oh, okay. So in addition to us giving you an update, this is also a going live tutorial.
I know, because guess what? Because there's no way to do it except for live.
Yes. And so I'm just going to start doing it as well. So while we're doing it, because, while people are scrolling through all their Instagram pages and looking at what's going on, they need to be checking out us. But we'll also make sure we're going to post this.
Y'all ain't doing nothing else?
Nothing.
Yeah, look, guys, just get on over here. And
when I check my iPhone tells me how long I've been on my phone. Every week is like, you've gone up 75% from last week. From how much more I've been on my phone. So,
I mean, I would, I want to not be on it so much, but then everything you do is on it. You know what I'm saying? So
everything.
It's like, it's gonna go up even more because that's what there is to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. From every game, from every little mindless game you play to connect with. I make flyers. Like, I do stuff with my mom's shop, and I literally am on there making flyers. So it's like crazy because I have another device, like an iPad and all that kind of stuff. But it's something about the phone. I've now have been like an extension of my arm now.
You're addicted to it.
But it's so bad when I'm like, I knew it was bad for me when I was literally looking for my phone one day and it was in my hand. Like, this is one that's gone too far.
That's it.
So, it's like, but I'm always like, I'm gonna put it down for a minute. I'm just gonna put it down.
No, me too. I be like trying to get it out the bed. I be like, nah. I can't have this near me. Is when I wake up in the morning, I need to get to the Bible, girl. And then I'd be like, 1 second, Lord.
And you be like, wait, I'm just gonna download the Bible app. It's fine. Same thing.
No, I could not. You know what? I tried to download the Bible app, and it is not the same. Auntie Gwen, my Auntie Gwen joined us. Yeah, I tried to download the Bible app, and it is not the same.
It's not. And I definitely.
Chocolate, what's going on?
I'm trying to tell the people on here that's active.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a little more sharing too. Thank y'all for joining us on the update.
We have a lot to talk about, so stick with us.
Just stick with us right now. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna do one more share, and then we're gonna get started. Because we might as well get started. Might as well share it to Kenya Barris and Pluto.
Exactly.
You know, guys, they probably in their home doing nothing. So
they probably at home waiting for
they on their phone too. You know what I'm saying? So I need y'all to just
bear with us. We're just connecting with a few people, a few little lost friends.
I know. I wish you could do this beforehand.
Right. Well, I mean, that's why I said I probably could have sent the thing out earlier, but that's okay. We're going to get these people. Well, and then also we're going to see it on there later.
People get too many notifications by the time I send it out again. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Phil, thank y'all so much for joining us. Okay, so let me just
Is that Galen Stater? Galen, is that?
Galenstigator.
Galenstigator. I like that.
Does the most amazing monologue slams in New York. That's how I first met him. You know, awesome. People get to do a monologue slam, 30-second monologue, 60-second monologue. And the events used to be packed. And I even did one time and won the 30-second monologue challenge. And it was just so fun.
Oh, wow.
And I'm talking about, and Phil, I still, anyway. So
it was like an acting monologue, or you went straight into comedy?
No, it was an acting monologue.
Oh,
it was
good.
Only acting monologues. And I'm talking about, you talk about the break, that's where you see, I feel like when you're practicing your monologue, that's where your auditioning skills is just way up. Because when you're, especially on Phil's show, there was no time to be let me see what I'm going to do. No.
Right. It's on there. Get on.
Go. You know what I'm saying?
So did they give you feedback afterwards?
On the monologue slam that I did, we did get feedback afterwards. So, but it's just, hey, King Ali, hey, Fatima. Thank y'all so much for joining.
That's good. All the people showing up. Look, even if it's just 12, because I'm accounting for. Hopefully my mama is somewhere on here.
My mama will not be on here, guys. She would not be making an appearance ever. First of all, I'd be like, Mom, why you don't get on Facebook Messenger so we can do it, the face-to-face thing? And my mom would be like, girl, all right, okay, what you want to talk about right now on the phone?
Let's get off this phone.
Yeah. So
well,
guys, Uplate TV show is the brainchild of Sha Hayes and myself. Yes. We did Up Late for 2 years in a row. Mm-hmm. Then we tried to do Up Late remotely, but see, it wasn't all this remote activity going on at the time. So it was difficult for us to do because I was moving over to the East Coast and Sha to the, I was moving.
You was West Coast, yeah.
And then Sha stayed on the East and had 2 kids that looked just like, one is hers, one is her baby, one is her husband. But anyway, so we decided to reunite because everything is remote now. And I'm just so happy to get going.
And I'm just so glad. It's like reunited.
And it feels so good. Sha is so beautiful. Oh my God, your face is just too cute in this camera.
Oh, well, listen, we are 2 fine divas, honey. Listen. Especially with these nails. I don't think I've ever seen these nails. You got the Cardi B nails going on.
Girl, let me tell you something. I done got turned out by the Lee press on. What?
Are they?
Never again.
Yes. Lee press on?
Lee press on, looking this good. I'll never again need my nails done ever. Because, I was anti-nails because I work with my hands. But then we did a shoot and the makeup artist, he was like, girl, get you some Lee press on nails, girl. I was like, oh, okay.
Really?
Girl, I got the
I
lead
always
press on
see them.
nails.
I'm just worried that I'll be the person because I know how I'm always doing extra stuff. It'll be flinging across in somebody's food, and now it'll be like, oh my god, my children will be picking it up like, what kind of chicken nugget is this?
AK, thank you so much, y'all love. If it do fling on in somebody's food, you just go on over there, pick it back up, glue it back on, wipe that food off, and keep it rolling. You get
What
me?
is that, garlic?
That's right. Because I got to do it with myself all the time. I got to get these nails up off the floor and put it right back on. But you know what I did realize? Thank y'all so much. Hey, Clarence. Thank y'all so much. Hey, Aaron. Thank y'all so much for joining. You know what I do realize too is they have this little gel thing in the pack of it, and I just ignored the gel thing at first. I was like, please, I need to put these on now. I ain't got time for all these extra instructions. You know what I'm saying? But the gel thing be having them on for like weeks. Like the gel thing, yes, like the gel. Because at first I did not like it because I didn't know I wasn't applying it correctly. But now they don't pop off because that gel thing, even when it gets loose, the gel thing holds it on. Thank y'all so much for these hearts.
Yes.
Shout talking about don't pick it back up.
That's my guys. Listen, and I'm trying to tell you I will because I know them things are not cheap. So I'll be like, listen, I know I got time to be buying these things over and over again. Yeah. And there's only one. Oh no, we getting this nail.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, they give you a pack of like 28. So you got two like you could, you know what I'm saying? When if the nails pop off, there's another thumb in there. There's another bit.
There's another thumb.
Girl, I'm a lead press on expert. Do you hear me?
I can see you should do a whole YouTube tutorial.
Guys, I'm a lead press on in this.
No need to go to the salon anymore. Just go see Dale.
No. Just go see yourself and get the lead press on pack and follow the instructions like I did, guys. I don't have time to do nothing else except for the lead press. First of all, y'all know I'm an only child, okay?
I ain't doing nothing for nobody.
Except for the people I love, okay? Because the people I love, they get all the benefits, okay? And the Lord been working on me to do, to help the people I don't love. But right now, still got some work to do.
It still got some work to do. He's working on all of us in that case. But what else has been happening? Like, I know the fires are like on the blaze behind your back doors. I saw pictures that somebody said that parts of California look like Mars. Are you anywhere near it?
Well, I was feeling closer to the fires a few days ago with the sky. First of all, I want to shout out to Ride With Us joined us. Ride With Us is a Black cyclist. Yes. They are a Black bike shop that has Black cyclists come and ride together these 16-mile rides on various courses in Los Angeles. And I joined them, and I'm talking about that was the most fun. So that is number one, what I've been up to, because, I don't smoke weed no more, guys. So I just I'm talking about
we did not have this conversation. What?
Yes, it's been so long. I had to leave weed alone. And now I just be like, zing, like
you just high off life.
Like, huh?
I said, now you just high off life.
Now I'm just high off life. And you know what I realized too is weed did not allow me to believe in the things that I want. Like I could attract the things that I want, but like getting to the other side of the belief, that anxiety would come back because there was a certain element in my system that was constantly making me feel like I wanted more weed. Like, oh, I need to take the stress away. Let me not worry about, let me smoke something. Let me not. But then as soon as I sober up or wake up in the morning, boom, I'm back to feeling like, now I literally work on my mind all day long, but because I'm up all the time and I be riding my bike, I be wanting to burn that energy off because we're not going out anymore. Like, before I had 18 shows, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing shows, I'm coming home at 2 a.m. and now I'm just like, let me, I'm tired, I don't want myself out, but you really do need to burn that energy off of your body. You know what I'm saying? So
wait, somebody just said I'm smoking right now. Listen, I don't never take away from people who smoke weed. I shouts out to all those who do. I'm not gonna put my name out there because still not legal in some states. But my only thing is that it still to me is a level of addiction, and I know for myself, I do anything close to that, I'm going to crack straight from there. Like it's not, there's no middle ground.
The thing about it too is I have no judgment on the people that smoke weed.
No.
I smoked weed 23 years. There was some enjoyable years. And that's why I feel like, you know, I can turn the chapter and not feel like, first of all, the anxiety is what keeps me from going back. Because I thought I was just going like, let me just smoke till I get to my dreams. And then as soon as I get, you know, the first TV deal, then I'm going to be back. But no, like I don't, you know, I do miss that first initial pull, like that, you know, I come inside, I'm smoking on the toilet, I'm doing this. I miss that, the camaraderie of smoking weed.
Well, wait, so did you replace it with drinking it all? Because I know you weren't a big drinker. Did you start drinking at dating?
No. And guess what? I just gave that up because I'm like, I don't even enjoy drinking like that. So I just said to myself, I'm like, I'm just going to have to be high. I'll be like, Lucinda. First of all, thank you so much to everybody that has joined us. You're watching Up Late Update with my co-host Sha Hayes. So enough about me. Please tell me about what's been going on with you.
Oh my God. Well, like I started off saying earlier about my appreciation about parents, and that the reason why I know that we would be a gateway for me, I mean crack would be a we'd be gateway for crack, is that being at home now with a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, it weighs on my sanity. Like I sometimes literally have to stop myself and realize, like, am I having a moment like where I'm having a floating above myself? Because I don't really feel like, I mean, of course, you know, I know I'm a mom, but I'm like, is this really my life? Like, is this what? Because I didn't sign up to have kids to watch them all day by myself. Like, that's not what I had. No, that was not what I wanted to be doing in life. And I'm like, this is what, really? Like, no, like people actually, and again, I applaud teachers who do that, who have jobs to say that's what I want to do. I didn't. So that's why I'm trying to adjust my brain and getting to understand now that that's my life now. So
Kay says, shout out to you because you are sane and beautiful. Kay,
well,
love
thank
you so much.
You.
My auntie Gwen says, LOL.
And it's the truth. Like when I saw this video the other day showing this woman holding a belt behind her son's back, and you know, I was trying to be one of them kind of parents who didn't beat my children. Now my kids be running out like, who told mommy to beat me? That's what my kids be doing right now. Like, seriously, it's like, it's just a different mind state now. And I'm trying not to be that person, but you know, I try to threaten more than I actually do the physical stuff, you know, because, you know,
but there's one of the times you're going to have to do it so they know that what these ain't no empty threats. You know what I'm saying?
Or I'm going to put on videos of like kids getting beaten. Be like, do you want that to be you? That could be you in 5 minutes.
Look, when they get to be 10 years old, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, she about to get the video.
Exactly. Not the belt. She about to pull out the video. But you would also talk about bicycling, and I've been trying to work out as well. And I keep in my mind wanting to get on a bike. But it's something about how I'm built down there that won't allow it, because it's too much pain that's associated with a bicycle. I'm like, people must have special tools or material.
No. Oh no, you got the wrong seats. You got the wrong seats.
Yeah, I tried various seats.
Did you know that? Well, I got to weigh in on the audience comments because they with us. My Aunt Gwen says, spare the ride, spoil the child. Kate
Listen,
says,
and they don't get spared at all, but go ahead.
Kate says, do you want that to be you? Video reinforcement. You know,
yes.
Yes, I'm ready to thumbs up.
This was happening. I'm trying to tell you, this is what I have to try to get myself to do and realize in terms of me being sane. So, you know, but
riding a bike though, I feel is so invigorating, especially like when I'm coming up the hills. Like that's where you put, like, bike riding, I often say all the time, is it's so much like life. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when I'm almost there, I'm almost home, which is like there metaphorically, you know, when I'm almost there, that's when it is the hardest. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking back for the bus. I'm like, I'll just take this bus 1 block, you know? But that's when you have to push right there. And that's what I really love about it so much is you push yourself. And then when I get up that hill and I'm breathing and I can barely catch my breath, but like I made up the hill on the bike, that's when I'm feeling like I did it. Like I'm feeling like $1 million. I rode my bike 14 miles to a show the other day, and I'm talking about I got there and felt like $1 million. Shala, yes, I did say special seat because there are big butt seats, and I wish I could. I might.
Well, how about people who have narrow vaginas? Because that's what I feel like I'm dealing with right now.
Sha, we all have narrow vaginas. We will not tell that to any other male. We all have narrow vaginas. Guys, every vagina is small. It just depends on who's in there.
Well, I definitely want to get some research done about it, because I definitely know I keep saying I want to do it, because it's definitely, I've seen people and they look like they are really enjoying themselves. Like they have whole troops and groups riding
and
past.
that's what Ride With Us LA is. It's a whole troop of Black people. I think it was like it had to be at least 80 people out there. We rode to Hermosa Beach from Westchester in LA, which is like 8 miles. And then they had pizza. We had shots of Hennessy, you know, which I do enjoy. I still enjoy shots.
Wait, y'all doing Hennessy and bike riding at the same time?
At the same time. And people were smoking weed, girl. I was like, there must be lungs of steel. Girl, they were smoking weed. I'm like, I would be so sad. But they also have like faster bikes, which is why I want to just save up and get me a bike from Ride With Us LA, because they are Black owned. You know what I'm saying? I do want to like support them, you know. So but anyway, like I mean, some amazing bikes, but like, you know, all the guys, like imagine like as a person who is looking, like seeking the bike ride for like, you know, camaraderie, but I'm not like, hey, let me take your number and call you. But like, I do like, you know, just associating with people, a group of people, like-minded people. And, you know, all the guys was just like, yo, I see you was making it. Yo, I see you was doing your thing. You know, all the girls.
First
like,
of all,
you knew, like, I'm talking about life is just.
Well, let's address this. They probably are like, please get in front of us, because if nobody knows, Dale's behind is the original Big Booty Judy.
No. Oh no, they weren't. They was like, no. They was like 4 miles ahead, and I was coming in, and they was like, I see you. You finally made, girl. They was leaving me in a dud. They was like, oh, we don't got time to look at butts. We got to look at this road. But so that's why I'm telling you, I want to get like a road bike, because they had the faster bike. For just got to do a fan check-in. Shout out to Light Skin Dre. Shout out to Sean Douglas. Shout out to Kay that's on here. Shala, JJD, the Pocket Dude. Yes, I'm ready. Thank y'all so much. Let's get into the hot topic. So I know you have a hot topic for us, y'all.
Oh my goodness. I would say the most recent thing that I know that there's been so many white women so traumatized by the Kardashians are no longer going to be on TV after 2021. Yes. There probably have been a current revolt in the middle of the streets because the Kardashians are no longer going to be on TV. Yes.
Wait a minute. See, I almost was believing you, but then when you said 2021, now
they just planning.
Guys, that's too far ahead. That's too far ahead, guys. 2021, y'all trying to get in people to look at you now, so I can be like, oh my God, I need to soak up this last bit of Kardashian for the next 8 months.
But this is like contract negotiation type of thing. That's what they really doing. They're like, we are $1 billion women. We want $20 billion. This is what that's about, more so than anything. Them trying to get more money. But listen. Listen, I think I literally stopped watching maybe like, because they've been 20 seasons, and I think I stopped watching after season 2 or 3. Like I stopped caring. Like,
guys, I think one of these birthdays I decided I was too old for the Kardashians. And then also too, I had to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Because the Kardashians be on, and they already blew up, and I just got to get the blow up going. So I haven't even watched them, but I do. What I can say though is I do. Yes, Kay said negotiation tactics. See, you get that demand going. Like, no, y'all can't go nowhere. Then everybody writing into the TV, because they really attract a younger, younger white Latino. You know what I'm saying? My auntie even said, "Oh my God, my cousin-in-law is gonna be devastated because she like swears back it, but she's also like a 20-something year old, young 20-something year old they admire the Kylie Jenners. I really admire Kris Jenner for putting her girls, like managing her girls, getting her girls into stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that is like a mom, you know. So but I'm not affected by the Kardashians, you know, I'm not affected by the Kardashians, but you know.
No, I mean they're become so mainstream in pop culture, and people love them. And I just, you know, hats off to them and all the empire they have built. I just appreciate the fact that they keep making more black babies, because Black History is going to grow and grow with all these black little billionaires they're making. So listen, hats off to them.
Yeah, and you know what? She did go and talk to the president about prison reform, and people were like, why is she so concerned? But I do feel like, you know, the Lord uses these unions and these relationships to help out his people. I mean, who better than to represent but a public figure like that is talking about an unusual conversation. We do need prison reform. We do need a law reform, so all these black men are not getting locked up. We need whatever voice goes in there to say, guys, we need change. I'm with that voice. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the voice, you know, she is raising black males. So you better be about it.
And here's the thing: if she was only worried about her lip gloss and her Spanx or skim line that she have out there, then people complain about she's not involved in the community and da. So I'm glad she is using her 184 million. I think I saw she has more followers than Beyonce. So she's using that platform for herself to be able, like, she doesn't have a song she can come out and drop that has politics integrated in.
Yeah,
this is what she does. So I applaud every effort. When people start saying, talking about her going to Trump and Kanye going to Trump, and I'm like, at the end of the day, he got pen power and he can sign pardons to get people who were wrongfully convicted or people who've been in jail past the term they should have been there. I applaud that. So at least I think that she's taken her platform and done it more than use it for television and fame and selling products. So I give it to her.
I love it. And don't forget, she has put it, first of all, I want to just interject. Kay says that she is fighting right now to get C Murder out, you know, get C Murder pardoned, who is Master P's brother. She also, but she says she's doing that while Kanye is still fighting mental illness, you know.
Right.
But the thing about it too, I don't even think he's fighting mental illness. I think he's fighting the urge for them pills or whatever got him straight tripping, because
but you know he's been this way. And what we keep biting on is this kind of trip he's going down. Like Kanye from the MTV Awards, when he got on there and stood up and took the award away from what's the girl name?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift, from times when you have seen him have these outlandish comments when he stood beside the president and said he don't like black people. Why all of a sudden we're being surprised by his antics? This is who he is.
Yeah, I don't know if black people surprised though. I don't think we surprised. I
don't know, because when he did an interview, he came to TMZ and the guy that's on there, Van Lathan, basically was saying that he was done with Kanye because he made a comment about slavery. Yeah, it was outlandish, ridiculous. But don't he always say this stuff that's outside his neck? And you're like, what? He's the drunk uncle you don't pay attention to on holidays. Like, don't listen to him. Why are we paying attention to him at all?
Well, here's why I do love Kanye so much. I don't care what he does. Like, Kanye represents the Lord. And people who represent the Lord are not perfect. I do love the fact that he uses his platform to make positive, motivating music that speaks about the Lord. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love the Lord so much. And this is a rapper who has gotten, you know, they have paid people to be a part of that choir so they can go around to these different cities, you know. So that's one, people making money. That's number two. But, you know, Kanye be having his outlandish statements. But the thing about it, too, is when you're a public figure, people can't ignore the outlandish statements. Now, they can be all at the grocery store talking about, F this B right here. They can be making the outlandish statements themselves at the grocery store. But if one person who is in the public eye makes an outlandish statement, they can't, you know, forgive that. But I look beyond that so much, because I do like, you know, I do like seeing the videos pop up of them, you know, them making original, you know, music about the Lord, because I love the Lord, you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, and I mean, one of his big top hits was Jesus Walks. Like, he has always, this is not a gimmick. And, you know, people trying to find some reason why he's trying to utilize this for some other reason. He's always talked about God. So
Yeah.
listen, Kanye West is going to be who he is. He's eccentric for a reason.
Yeah.
And, he's not the eccentric kind of person who does things that he shouldn't do, illegally. At least he's doing things with his voice that's a little ill out there, but also spreading the word. Listen, I don't critique people who are in the arts because there are things I say crazy in my mouth and people be like, what is she, what? You just can't. Like when you're in the arts, like people, the most craziest people, like who was it? Da Vinci who cut his ear off. Like people go, like when you're that talented, if you've ever
Yeah.
watched the movie Beautiful Mind, like people, like there's a lot going. Like I walk around talking to myself all day long, openly,
Yes.
outwardly,
Oh,
like
yes.
having full conversations.
Yes.
Somebody would probably call me crazy.
Yeah.
And I listen, I admit to it. I have a full conversation with
Yeah.
myself
Yeah.
all
No,
day.
me too. I was having a full first of all, shout out to, I got to do the fan shout outs. Shout out to Ben Berkowitz on the live. Thank you so much. Stacy says she loved Kanye too. It's a thin line between Jesus and a twin line between genius and Steve Style in the building said he is an artist. Van Gogh. Kay said that you're right. There is a lot going on with the genius mind. And it is,
Bingo, yes.
It is a lot going on with the genius mind. As you look at Michael Jackson, that's another genius mind. We got, something going on, R. Kelly, another genius mind. We got Bobby Womack, another genius mind. Like all of them people, like, and it's not the only, like James Brown. I mean, Elvis, you name it. Like it was just, you know what I'm saying? Like so many things go on with a brilliant mind because they're developed so much in this one area and they're not developed at all in this other area. So,
like social settings
they
is
just
off for
doing
them.
whatever, ain't nobody. And then the thing is they make money. So it's all these people around them that ain't going to say nothing because boom, people don't want to be losing their job, how they feed their family because they work for you. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, not at all. But what else? What else has been going on when I think about pop culture in terms of TV? And I think one of the things that I got excited about that I heard that there's going to be a reboot of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm here for it, and I understand that they had a recent reunion with all of them. So I think it's about time, and I just hope the original Mama gets some play in there.
I don't know if the original Mama is going to be on the reboot. I know that
she can get a cameo. She can be the grocery store clerk.
I mean, she needs to do like they need to let her work. Shoot, like why not? Like why not? Like you write the TV show, you casting all these people. She need to be the grandma or somebody. You know what I'm saying? On the reboot,
exactly.
She
can be the grandma.
Mean, she just like why don't we have her working now? I don't, because I'm not a person that watches television all the time. I don't know if I'm going to be, I'm not like, oh, I'm personally excited for Will Smith because that show was when we were like younger or whatever. But, the girl who did make a spoof of it, they like spoofed this girl's like was making parodies of it. And now they're like spinning off a reimagining of the sitcom.
The new one.
Yeah, the new one. So shout out to her for getting an opportunity because it's so hard to get the green light. So I'm glad for that. But it's not like I'm gonna be sitting back down. I'm definitely not gonna be sitting down just watching it. Now if it come a pop up online and I happen to see it because of my Google heard me talking about it and now they about to send it my way. Maybe I will look at some clips. But other than that,
I'm here for it. I'll see. Like I said, I love the fact that when you see more Black people on television and people normalizing that this is, part of what we should see on TV often. I'm here for it all the time.
But you got the kids. You got the kids, so they're gonna be watching. You know what I'm saying?
But no, trust me, the way they make it seem like it's gonna be some sexual scenes going on. They just say this not like they're not doing it like how it's gonna be a drama. It's not gonna be a comedy. So it's not going to be what it was before. That's the difference. That's why I said I'm here for the way that they're kind of re-envisioning the way the storyline. It's not going to be a comedy at all.
The new Fresh Prince is going to be slightly soft porn.
Yes, literally. There will be a lot of dry humping. There's going to be a lot of dry humping going on. So absolutely. But then other celebrity news wise, I've just been thinking about this too. Nothing correlating to Fresh Prince. What are your thoughts on Meg Thee Stallion and what happened to her in the aftermath of her getting shot, and in terms of people not believing her and then making memes about it, making light of it, and basically her having to come out and defend herself about not coming out and saying what actually happened when the day she got shot in her foot?
You know what? Before I even answer, I'm gonna look it up right now.
She's like, that's some
Because I
foul
think
things that
our
I didn't care
fans.
about.
First of all, Kay says HBO Max will have it. I think. Thank you
Okay.
for Dark God for joining on. I see the style says, "Oh, honey, no." Meg Thee Stallion statement on Kay says Tory should have not done that on the shooting. Let me just look that up.
Let me Google it real quick to see what happened. Well, I can give you the Cliff Note version of it. They were dating or some entanglement of their, the entanglement is the word of the year. This recently, and they were driving in the car, and I guess some kind of thing ensued between the two of them, and he shot her in her foot. And then after that, people were making fun of it because when they reported it, it was like Megan Thee Stallion got shot in the foot. Tory Lanez allegedly was behind it. And then people started making jokes about it. Even 50 Cent put a meme up about it. And then she had to come online to say, because somebody posted up saying something about the two of them were in an argument or disagreement, and that's his retaliation to her. And that was one of the things, and they kept posting up stuff like, believe women when they tell you things happen to them. Like, why she shouldn't have had to go out there and say, hey, this happened to me. I did nothing to him. This was just, an unwarranted attack on me. So I just think it's crazy because, like I said, when I heard the story, I was like, what? She got shot? Because it just seemed like it just happened out of nowhere. And then they started putting up memes about it because they said it was her foot. So, of course, everybody's like, her foot, somebody get shot in the foot. And then it became a joke after that. So, and I just think it's one of those things.
So I'm looking at her statement, and she said it says the rapper's accompanying caption saw her write, LOL. What I have learned about the majority of the people on social media is y'all like to hear bad news before good news. A lie scares quicker than the truth, and y'all really be believing the stuff y'all make up. I got hit at the back of my feet when I got shot. I was walking away facing the back. Why would I lie about getting shot? Why are y'all so upset that I don't want to be in the bed sad? Hold on, let me put this. Why y'all upset that I can walk? I got my stitches out my feet like 2 weeks ago, and I was ready to go celebrate WAP going #1. She added, I usually don't address internet BS, but y'all are so sick. God was really watching over me, and I'm healing so well. Sorry, I'm not as sad and miserable as a lot of y'all, but I'm gonna keep being Meg Thee Stallion. I don't know. I wish I knew. I mean, the thing is, I believe her getting shot. You know what I'm saying? I just what happened to Tory Lanez? Because
he's from Canada, and I think they got extradited back to Canada. From my understanding, from what I recall from hearing the story, because he's from Canada, he got extradited back there. So, and I don't think because of the fact when I extradited, because he never got charged here. So he got sent back there based on whatever the alleged crime, but he never got charged for anything. So that's the other part of it. He was never charged for anything, because part of it is that also that was one thing she said, she was protecting him, but she should have never did. She should have never been trying to not go and speak out about what happened to him, because when they first, happened, she never told what happened to her. So that's part of what the issue was. And that, but all I know is he's in Canada right now. I just want y'all to know that literally. When you filming your home.
I mean, Meg says, yes, Tory shot me. You shot me, and you got your publicist, your people to go to these blogs. Rapper who's Megan P said Instagram, stop lying. Why lie? I don't lie. So I guess his publicist is making up all these things to like protect him or whatever. But I'm just wondering why they didn't lock him up. Let's hear what the baby got to say about Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. Let's not, that baby was like, I can just see T9, man, T9. There's somebody dying, man.
Right, somebody tell the lie, chat. Where's my studio at, damn it?
Kay said that she didn't want the police to injure another black man. I feel her on that statement, but black man, we need you to get in line. Like,
hello,
you don't want to get another black man injured, but I see, this is where I take the Black Lives Matter movement for me. You know what I'm saying? Because when we be having a fit, videos be going around about these police
Stuff
officers,
happening.
people are advertising the videos. But then when black people shoot each other, we ain't having no fit about that. I want
No.
us to like
Be
let
just as
us not be
enraged.
harming each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's part of the issue, where people who are so upset about the whole Black Lives Matter movement is the fact that they feel like, well, we're still addressing black people killing each other, and and the fact that nobody's marching when that happens. So why aren't we just as upset? And I think part of it is because the social media. Excuse me again, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Good night. Go to bed.
Yeah.
I think the social media component of seeing the
Kay
video.
said the baby said, "Mommy, lock him up." Kay said the baby said, "Mommy, lock him up." Hey, let me do a fan check-in real fast. Shout out to Relatayment. Hey, shout out to Relatayment. Shout out to G and Elite Magazines. Thank y'all so much for being with us on the Up-Late Update. So God bless Meg Thee Stallion. God bless Tory Lanez too. But Tory, I hope you don't have to get locked up for shooting another chick because you're getting off on this one. You see what I'm saying? So,
hold on.
Because sometimes we don't correct this behavior, and then it gets exacerbated, in another form. You know what I'm saying? So,
because you got to have enough rage in your body. You have to have enough rage in your body to get to the point where you're angry about something that didn't involve an actual physical altercation, but that got you to the point where you're going to put out a gun to shoot them. Like, granted, he probably and his mom going to shoot at the ground, but the fact that you got that upset, like you just like, I'm gonna pull out this gun because I'm mad because she blah blah blah. But it's always short men, like that's another thing. He's a little guy, and I don't want to make light of that, but the real reality of it is it's something where you feel like your ego gets in a place, and because of that, it's always that mentality of like, she's trying to play me and da da da. And I'm like, why? Like, why does that always got to be?
But
I said,
also
I
too is, and I'm upset that you even have a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the whole reason I don't have a gun, shot, because I would be shooting a chick in the back of the foot. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
I would be at the grocery store like, what? Oh, I see one thing. She ain't gonna skip me in the line. I'd be petty as I don't know what, because guns give you this false image of,
the wild west.
They assist in you, yeasting things up when, if you don't have a gun. It's the same problem with the police too. They got guns, so now all of a sudden you can't diffuse a problem because these are black people. You scared of black people, but you're diffusing problems every day when it comes to white men, even though they'll kill you dead. You see what I'm saying? So like, I just wish you wouldn't even have a gun, because you're walking around with this false image of yourself. And now, and first of all, I guarantee you have no incidents of shooting a male. You see what I'm saying? It's just shooting a woman. And although when you're in a relationship with a woman, she can give you that pissed off, because our mouth do be going crazy. See the style. You don't hurt females, especially physically. Relatayment says short men. Kay said that will probably happen, unfortunately. Look at Bow Wow attacking his girlfriends, including ex Sierra. Shala is got the laughs going on. Kay said, both everybody is agreeing with guns giving you a false sense of, an image.
It does. And that's the first thing that when somebody gets to the mouth, somebody feel like they're getting an edge on them. That's the first thing. And they got a weapon there. That's the first thing they're going to pull out. Like, nobody just fist fight nobody. Nobody just, because then the minute you feel like somebody's gotten up on you and you or have that weapon on you, that's the first thing you're going to pull out. But,
and who are we raising that you can't take what happened to the sticks and stones don't break my bones?
Child, please.
Ego. Words don't ever hurt.
Ego.
That? Who are we
Ego.
Huh?
Ego has gotten the best of us.
Yes.
Ego has got. Everybody's scrolling through something, telling them they should be looking this way, be this way, have this money, look at this, have this kind of girl. And so the minute that gets a little bit kind of for better lack of a better word, kind of like questioned or put into kind of like a challenge, then they feel some kind of a part of that being taken away from them. I think it's just it's sad because the fact of us being, first of all, being boastful of somebody else and being happy for somebody else, as opposed to tearing somebody down, should be the equalizer for everyone. But nobody thinks that way. It's not that nobody. Some people don't think that way. And because of that, it's always this thing we challenging each other. And it's some things that are healthy challenging, like sports. But when it comes down to somebody feeling like you one up on them, then they feel like now you got to be tear somebody down or physically attack them because you got your ego bruised. Like, get over yourself.
Yeah. Get over yourself. Shout out to Marv Got Joke. Shout out to Jump Shot 23. Shout out to Jones J 56 RH 6290. Thank you guys so much. Everybody's joining in. Gwen Dorian says, and my auntie Gwen says, if you scared, you shouldn't carry a gun. A lot of policemen. Gwen, you ain't said nothing but the stone cold truth, because you know that's what's happening with the police. That's what's also happening with our other black men. Ain't nobody fight no more. People scared for their life, scared to lose a fight. So what? So what if you get punched in the mouth and you know you get a busted lip and a black eye? Like, we need to teach people. We need to teach our kids how to lose. You know, one of the things I want to do, and I think I'm about to put this on my board too, is, you know, I want to have some programs in before and after school programs, in before and after school care, like, you know, meditation, Christian meditation, a prayer school, art school. But one thing I am going to put on the board for that I want to do for black children in particular is some kind of jujitsu program, some type of martial arts program where it gives you that self-esteem, that high self-esteem, where you feel like, you know, you can defend yourself. You know, you have that humility with defending yourself, because when you feel, you know, you feel helpless if you think you're going to lose a fight, you feel like you're embarrassed, and there's nothing to be embarrassed about losing. We've all lost fights. You know what I'm saying? That's what we learned in school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I also don't want it to be where people feel like it's like because I always feel like this, because the person who now could take and power down somebody by physical thing, now you got somebody who got embarrassed and now they may come back with some kind of weapon because somebody who now has just martial art training, you know, they took them down. So, and then you got everybody else around you, you know, rooting it on like, oh, he beat you up, oh, da, da, da. And so now that become a thing that you got to carry. Like, nobody can walk away from a fight like, oh, you did that, you did be my ass, that's hard, you know, dapping each other up. Nobody does that. Nobody acknowledges the fact that you did it. We squared off, and that's it. That's the end of the day. That's just never how it ends. It's always escalated.
I do see your perspective, but I feel like if you take 10 guys, you know, 4 of them, 6 of them are rooting on, 8 of them are rooting on a 2-person fight. If 6 out of those 4 are trained in martial arts, let's say 6 of them have endured the program, then you're going to have 6 people that are less likely to get into a fight because of the self-esteem that it gives the young fighters and, you know, like young people who study martial arts. It's not just like, oh, let me teach you how to fight. It's teaching you how to control yourself, control your emotions, because you know you have the skill. That's what I'm looking at the training for, as opposed to, you know, those 4 who are going to be around, you know, because you always have some kind of bully in school. I mean, people, you know, grow up in these households with, you know, that their parents are being bullied. So now they're mimicking the, you know, the bullying parent inside of a school. But if you have 6 people that are trained and, you know, from a child, and they're not like, you know, I even know this girl like that I was friends with, a friend of mine was friends with in Richmond. You know, she could take so much crap talking from people, because if she did get in a fight, I'm talking about this girl has beat guys up from martial arts training. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is a small, you know, tall, thin girl, but like, because she's been trained martial arts, like she's quicker than you. So you could talk so much crap to her because she was not, she didn't fear like, oh, you know, like, you know, if you start being afraid when you feel like, oh, I might have to defend myself. She knew she could defend herself. So you could talk whatever to her because her self-esteem, her control was amazing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the piece of it I'm looking at for our kids. That's what Miss TJ
can have Barack Obama as their daddy.
Says, Mom, huh? What you say? Hey, in you guys love for what you do and talk about what you said. And we only got what, 9 minutes left?